What's up? It's your boy Ken Kenneth the Kenny, and we back with another video.
This is day 3 of the vlog, and still recording. I'm proud of myself, even though I'm pretty sure I recorded a video. As far as this journey, I'm patting myself on the back for still being consistent. Even though my times I ain't posting at a certain time, still I'm recording a video. And what's crazy about yesterday's video, I recorded the video early prior to, no, I had school, so I couldn't post the video because we were still downloading and stuff. But then as soon as class ended, I tried to post the video. Then I had to go somewhere. And then that mug didn't, I fell asleep, I think. Didn't send. So this morning, I had to wake up early in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, repost the video. Oh, it didn't work because I had like this Ethernet, my blue Ethernet. I was supposed to make it but that didn't work. Soon I just had to allow my Wi-Fi. That did work. So today I'm posting. It's kind of late. Hopefully I can get this video. I don't be doing too much editing. Like eventually I will start doing that. We'll start trying to make the quality look better. I will try to start like investing in YouTube. But until then, I'm gonna just take my proper steps and just record and put it out there. Plus, there ain't really much that I gotta edit out. I mean, like what I'm saying, anything derogatory, anything negative, I'm just speaking, trying to help other people find their way in this life. Today, I want to talk about some of the jobs that's in cybersecurity. I know a lot of times I keep repeating like you can make 100 figures a year in this career, and y'all wondering like, okay, what kind of job can I be making 100 figures in? And first one that's on my list is security analyst. Now, the average salary, and it all depends on where you live out. Live at. If you live in Montana, you probably not gonna get paid that much for so cybersecurity analyst as much as you get paid in New York and California. So it all depends. So any job basically that's in cybersecurity, if you're in California, you can easily make 100K a year. But like I said, starting with a security analyst, the average person the average employee makes 92K a year. So it ain't 100K, but if you include benefits like life insurance, health insurance, dental insurance, that all tallies up to more than 100K. So in security analysts, they the ones who determine what like the weaknesses that the company has. Like they try to foresee uh, fraud activity happening. And what I mean by foreseeing fraud activity, you got to be up to date, like how people are scamming and frauding. So when you're a security analyst, your job don't end when you leave, when you work, because you still got to be up to date. And something can happen when you go home. You got to go back or you can work from home. So it all depends. Like I said, it's just certain jobs that I'm talking about today, like that you can make 100K. Another one is cyber operator. They the ones that overlook. They all really do the same thing. They set policies for companies, so let people know, oh, you ain't supposed to be getting on social media on this on your workstation, or you don't be trying to type into different websites that can cause viruses, or don't be sending work emails without proper steps. So basically, you in cybersecurity, you got to be able to communicate. You got to be able to a person who don't understand nothing about what you will say. You got to be able to communicate, translate, and you got to be able to stay on your toes. Like you can't really slack off in this type of industry, and you got to always be up to date on your information and your knowledge. Another job, in which is my favorite job by far, that I've seen so in this industry is social engineering. And what these people do is they actually get paid to like break into people's stuff. Like if a company will pay a social engineer to find weaknesses in their company. So the social engineer, they will use tactics like going to the company dressed as if you any movie you see where a person dressing up as a in a work They going into a job knowing they ain't supposed to be there, but collecting information and data or whatever it is. Like that's social engineering. So people actually pay people to break into their stuff and find their weaknesses. So that job interested me because I'm like, that's very like I can see myself doing that. Like I can just because of the movies I like watching. I can see myself dressing up as a mailman in front of going to a company to trick my way into different doors and manipulating people. Because that's what that's about too. It's about psychology, like using emotions for people. So, like, I really found that interesting. And that you can easily make 97K a year. And that's like just the beginning. Now, if you 5 years in, ain't no telling how much you'll be making. But for me, I like the social engineering as far as like being introduced into cybersecurity jobs. Like that's I feel like that's will work out for me. And then there's different things like hackers, ethical hacking. Like these people, the government will pay you millions of dollars by like signing contracts or like if you win a contract, the government will pay you millions of dollars to basically work for them. And then the FBI just recently just put out there like they're paying people $2 million in Bitcoin to like discover other hackers that's like doing fraud, that's working with terrorists, that's like so basically you can make as much money as you want in this career, especially if you're an entrepreneur. I got an entrepreneur. My thing is like I want to be like a detective for the good guys. I want to be a cybersecurity police, basically. If I could hunt people down like a county and get paid $10 million from the FBI, why wouldn't? Why wouldn't I put that as a goal? Why wouldn't I try to focus on okay, what can I do to gain those skills to do something like that? I know now I can't. I mean, right now all I can do is be in class, do the homework, just show up every day, try to learn as best as I can. Because yesterday, boy, when I said I was getting a headache from all that information, it was crazy. And I'm like, this is too much. But at the same time, this is what I asked for. Like I said, I keep equivalating this class to my spiritual awakening and remembering times where I felt like life was just hard and everything was just wasn't gonna get no better and realizing when I look back on it, everything was good. So I know that days is gonna get better, and I know this ain't gonna be the last time that I feel like, dang, I'm getting it's too much it's information overload. I felt like my brain was about to explode from all the different things, and I wasn't even able to comprehend a lot of stuff. It was crazy. That's the crazy part about it. I had to keep asking the teacher, "Can you like break this down some more?" And me at first, when I would be in school, if I didn't understand something, I would be like, "Ah, yes, I don't understand it." Figure it out later, and I would never actually help. But now it's like, if I need some help, I'm going to ask for it. So, and my classmates, they was right along with me. They wanted to say something, but you could tell they was afraid to speak up. And I'm not afraid to speak up no more. Like so, as much as I need help, I'm gonna keep asking for it. Like if I don't understand it, I'm gonna until I finally get it. Now, which I finally got the concept that we were working on, but still, there was a lot of things that was happening what made me didn't understand. Well, it made me take so long to understand just by the typos and uh, the stuff we was reading. It wasn't like we was reading from a book. It was like somebody had typed it up and it had just made different, like certain small mistakes that I caught and then threw my mind off. So I'm like, I ain't gonna say I was having a hard time, but I was having like, I was waiting for that to be over. And what's crazy is we did the quiz at the end of the class and I came third. What was crazy about the quiz I did, like, it was like 9 questions and it's on a app called Kahoot. So 9 people were all taking the test. I mean, all taking the quiz, and the teacher's giving the answers or posting the answers on. I mean, posting the questions on Zoom. We got to answer the question on another app. So it's based off speed, time, and getting the answers right. So the whole time I'm answering, I miss one question. but I was not on like the leadership board. Like my name wasn't on like it would show the first, second, and third, fourth, and fifth. And the whole time I'm getting answers right, it's saying, "Oh, you're still in seventh place." So until the last answer that I got right, I guess everybody else. I ain't gonna say everybody else got wrong, but the majority of the people got wrong, and it boosted me up into third place. So I'm like, where I was able to see my name on the leaderboard, and I was as soon as the last question was answered, it showed Ken on the leaderboard. It was like, "This is who made the podium." I'm like, "Oh shit!" It caught me off guard because the whole time it was showing me in seventh place, and I'm getting everything right. So I'm like, man, I ended the day on a positive side, even though it was positive overall because I was able to gain lessons and like know like I'm gonna have more days like this. And plus, the teacher like a couple days ago, he was like, "What y'all learning now? Basically, y'all are in second grade." So I asked him yesterday. I'm like, "You said we in second grade, and he's like, is this hard?" So I'm like, "This ain't easy, but nothing's easy if you want to make at least 100K a year." Like, so I might as well toughen it out. I might as well like figure this shit out. Like I'm not about to give up this. And knowing that I be on my computer almost every day, why would I quit this class when I still it's so much I can learn about my computer still. It's still so much unlearned information. So and I'm getting paid to learn. So only thing my thing is staying consistent on it. Like that's gonna be my one of my biggest challenges. Like no matter how hard that class is, all I know is all I gotta do is show up every single day. That's all I gotta. That's all that matters is showing up every day. And it's eventually gonna click in my head that everything is gonna click where I understand all the concepts and understand this, that, because that's how it always is. Everything I ever did, like I would be terrible at it at first, and then I'll have a dream about what I'm doing. And that the day I have that dream, and I wake up the next day, it's like I'm a master at what I'm doing. So I'm just waiting on me to have that dream about like computers, like talking about computers, and I know from that point on, I got it. So that's another spiritual thing. But like I said, if you want to join this cybersecurity industry, like it's very profitable. Like no lie, like it's super profitable. And as an entrepreneur, like the sky is the limit. Like you can make millions doing working for the government. Like I said, this ain't just no easy work. It ain't like I'm making it sound good and making it sound easy, but I'm telling you, like if you put the work in, you don't be lazy. If you step out of your comfort zone, step out of your box, don't give up. Show up every day, knowing it's a marathon. See, as I said, like that be in my head all day. It's like you may not get it this day, but eventually, if you keep working on it, you're gonna become great at it. I know I'm gonna become great at it. 'Cause I'm already good at it. That's the crazy part about it. You know, there's people in my class who got more information about computers. I know my mindset. I know the type of individual I am. I know how I catch on very easily, and how I catch on is like I catch fire. You know, the only person that could stop me is really myself. Can't nobody's negative thoughts, can't nobody's nothing. Whatever they do to try to stop me, it would never work. But the simple fact, I know who I am. I know what I want, and everything I want, I get. I just want everybody else to be like that. I want y'all to have that mindset. I want y'all to be able to. You ain't got to go for cybersecurity. Whatever it is you want in life, you just go get it. Go try to go like, no matter how high, no matter how high or sky, or how high your dreams is. Like, if you work towards that, eventually you're gonna get it. And it honestly, it ain't even about the job. It ain't even about what you want in life. It's all about the journey because the journey is gonna teach you the most lessons. The journey is gonna give you the ups and downs, the highs and the lows, the peaks and valleys. So it ain't once you get what you want, you probably don't really treasure it and care for it because you got what you want. And then me, I'm not like that. 'Cause I've learned all my, I ain't gonna say I learned all my lessons. Still got a lot of lessons to go, but I learned certain lessons that teach me like it's all about the journey. So when you finally get what you want, you can be satisfied with it. Instead of like me, I'm used to manifesting it and I want it to come ASAP. But if it comes ASAP, you appreciate it. Therefore, I will rather work on certain things step by step. But even if it's a relationship, I would rather take baby steps in a relationship rather than like mess it up by trying to go full fledged, trying to jump in, dive deep in a relationship without like getting to know the person first. Like so, and I just did that before. That's a lesson. I've learned that lesson. Now I know like to take things slow. And I'm married now, of course, but still, that's another conversation. But the story that I wanted to say, and this was supposed to be for the podcast, but still, it was a story about a kid. I can't remember how old I was. I had to be around 10. It was crazy about it. And now that all of this is coming back, all these memories is coming back, it's like when I was a kid. And there was this cocoon on the street. I didn't know it was a cocoon at the time, but months I would walk past this street every day because it was right in front of my neighbors next door, like next door neighbor's house. So I would see this brown little hairy thing every single day. I would walk past, and I'd be so curious. I'm like, what? Wonder what that is. Like, I don't want to touch it. I don't know what it is, but eventually my curiosity got the best of me. So I walk up and nobody's around. I really looked and seen if anybody was around checking to see what I was doing, but nobody was around. And all I can remember is squeezing this little brown, well, it was a cocoon, but I just remember squeezing the cocoon. And nothing but colorful colors came out. I didn't know it was a butterfly at the time because I never knew what a cocoon was at the time. And I mean, I know what a cocoon was from seeing books, but I never seen a cocoon in real life. And as a 10-year-old kid, my curiosity ain't saying, "Oh, that's a cocoon. That's what a butterfly's in." And even if I knew it was a butterfly was in it, I probably would have still. I don't know. My curiosity would have probably still made me kill it. But I really killed the butterfly by my curiosity and rushing its growth. Like if I had waited a couple more months or a couple more days, I don't know how long. But like I said, I was waiting for forever, and my curiosity got the best of me. So, and the reason why that memory even came back it was because of a story I had seen. I don't know. I think it was on social media. It was about this wise man who had this cocoon, and this little boy came. And he asked the wise man. He said, "Can I have the cocoon?" And the man said, "No, because you don't know what to do with it. You're bound to mess it up." And the boy is like, "No, I'll get it right. I won't mess it up." He said, "Well, the wise man said, whatever you do, not how to open this cocoon. No matter or what you hear inside, no matter what, do not open the cocoon." And so the boy took the cocoon home, and for days and months, he doesn't bother cocoon, and eventually he starts to hear this butterfly flapping on the inside. And he keep hearing it beat on the cocoon, so he figures that the butterfly needs help. So he tries to open up the cocoon. So when of course he opens up the cocoon, the butterfly flies for a few feet, and then it just falls and hit the ground. And the boy's like, "What happened?" He goes to the old man, and the old man says, "You open up the cocoon too soon. Only way a butterfly can fly is if it strengthens its wings against hitting the cocoon." So, of course, the boy was distraught about the butterfly, but that story brought me back to the cocoon when I was a 10-year-old boy, but I didn't have no wise men telling me what it was. All I knew it was there this brown thing on the street that looked weird. It wasn't there before. Like lived in this house my whole life. I would walk past the street every single day. And one day it appeared and it was there what would seem like months for me at least. It probably could have been a couple weeks where I seen it and I'm like finally people see what it was. But yeah, I killed the butterfly. and it was because of my curiosity. So when I had that epiphany, I'm like, I was dealing with a situation. I'm like, I don't want to rush this situation. I don't want to kill the butterfly like I did when I was a kid. And it's hard because my curiosity and my I want things to happen now. I want to see the butterfly fly now. I don't want to wait. Like who's to say I'm going to be there when the butterfly finally breaks out of the cocoon? And I would have never known what was on the inside. So at the end of the day, I look at it as a positive thing because I was able to learn a valuable lesson. Maybe the butterfly didn't learn a lesson in that, but I believe that we are all spirits. Animal has spirits, so trees got spirits. Everything has a spirit. It has some type of intelligence, some type of consciousness. So my thing is that butterfly may have reincarnated to a person. I help that butterfly. That's the way I look at it. And I don't know what that got to do with cybersecurity, but that story just popped up in my head. But the story of the butterfly. That's what I guess it goes from being patient, like not rushing things. That's why I'm not. I guess I'm not trying to learn cybersecurity on YouTube and trying to rush, trying to take a test when I could just be patient and knowing like times in my journey it's gonna be hard. Like everything ain't gonna happen exactly when I want it to happen. It's not gonna happen exactly how I want it to happen either. So it's just let things unfold. Let the universe take care of it. Let God take care of it. Let the supreme intelligence, the creator, whatever y'all believe in, let Buddha take care of it. Just let, all I know is when I know what I want, I'm gonna get what I want. I can't force how I can't make the universe give me it how I want it to happen. There's a bunch of lessons I got to learn before I can even get it. And who's to say? If I was to rush it now and I was to get what I wanted, would it be what I really wanted? So that's all I got to talk about today. I know I went off topic, but hey, it's okay. If I can, like I said, I'm gonna do this every day, so I need something to talk about. This me talking about a butterfly or me talking about cybersecurity. Is me showing up and like me being okay with how I look on the camera, me just showing up every single day. Like I said, I'm being dedicated to this. As much as I love myself, as much as I think I'm so handsome, I do feel a certain way about how I look on camera. And now when I watch my videos now, I'm like, you still look handsome, so it really don't really even matter. Who's really judging me? If it's a dude saying I'm ugly, that, that kind of makes you judgmental about other guys. And if it's a female, the only person that really need to care about it. Like, at the end of the day, I don't even know why I spoke about it. But thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, I need to start telling y'all to like, subscribe, and share at the beginning because who's to say y'all gonna stay to the end? But for those who have stayed to the end, I got something that I want to do. For those who stayed to the end of this episode, or to the end of this vlog, we're gonna do something new. Of course, it's I don't even be on YouTube that much, but I've never pulled my cards out on camera. I think much nothing that's but I love Oracle cards. Hopefully, the camera can see it. But I'm gonna give y'all a pick a card choice. Give y'all three cards to choose from, and before y'all choose the card, all y'all gotta do is take three deep breaths, which I suppose choose with your intuition. Then there's gonna be a message with the card. This is not tarot cards. This is an oracle card, so it's gonna be meant for you. Whoever is watching this video, whatever card you choose is meant specifically for you. So it's choice one. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it says "Fall into my arms." Pick choice two. Those who want to choose, pick card two. This one says "Star Keeper." cosmic ancestors see the light by staying grounded. And then those who want to pick the third choice, that says Earth learning how to be human in the world but not of it. So I'm gonna start with the first card and I'm gonna read from my little booklet what the meaning of the card is. So bear with me as I find the page I'm looking for. For those who selected the first card, fall into my arms. This one says the Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be, that being human can be lonely and confusing, that polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers the oneness of Source, but at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So often we see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that we're being rewarded. And when things go bad, then perhaps we've done something wrong. However, we are all here to expand and grow, and it's through the extremes of life that we do exactly that. You're being invited to welcome the highs and the lows of the human experience. Wasn't I just talking about the highs and lows in the people I always like? Maybe always interrupting. But, yeah, I would know I was where I was at the highs and lows. It says the life is but a single breath in the extinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, burdens, and doubts, to lay them on her altar, to fall fully into her arms, to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I truly lived. So that was part one. I need more glasses. I'll be trying to read and stuff. I know I'll be needing my glasses, but I'll be getting hard headed. Second one was the Star Keeper. That would remind me of the Sphinx in Africa. Says, you're an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and see your light in your unique way. You've likely been incarnating on Earth for some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing about a long awaited shift in the planet's evolution. We're at a tipping point now. The survival of Earth and all its species is coming to a head. So whoever picked Pile 2, which I would have picked, was you're basically keep reincarnating like me, you ancestors like me, you're here to wake people up as well. So shout out to y'all for being star keepers. So I'm here to en- enhance the process, speed up the process of waking up the humanity, even though we I didn't choose this consciously. I want to do other things. They want to wake people up. I mean, I like giving knowledge. It's cool, but anyways, it says the more grounded you remain during this transitional period, the more helpful you'll be. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more you'll love your anchor on this planet. The wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more this wisdom is needed here. You may be called to be in different places in the world to anchor this light. Perhaps by taking a trip or living in a certain location, you may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. Now, that happened to me. Like once I moved here to Vegas, that's when I woke up. So it was important for me to get away from where I was, to move away from Indiana, because when I was living in Indiana, I can assure you my life was way different. I had a completely different mindset and I was a completely different person. So when I got to Vegas, I realized, oh snaps, life is totally different for me now. That's all I'm gonna say. For those who pick out too, it's important for you. Like if you If you've been thinking about moving, maybe it's time to move. Like it's time to step out of that box. And I was talking about this in the last video. Some people are afraid to move because they think they're gonna fail, but the only way you truly fail is by staying in the situation you're in. So it says you may also, I mean, the more grounded you remain, the more stable Earth's energy will become, and the less reactive humanity will be. You're here for a double mission to grow as an individual and as part of a larger collective that's bringing about the shift in frequency. Trust that you can be in the world but not of it, and lead a truly glorious life. So, like I said, I would have chose power too. So my double mission, like my one true mission, is to become my best self. Because as I do that, I'm able to inspire other people to become their best self. Those that pose power too, shout out to y'all for being woke. Shout out to y'all for like waking people up. 'Cause this ain't easy. I judge you so much. That's why people say that. Part three, power three. This is birth, like a woman doing yoga, in an energy ball in the middle of the desert. That's what it looked like. Earth, I mean, Vegas is a desert. Somebody might need to move to the desert. You can move to Arizona, Vegas, or you might need to travel to Egypt. And this person, or whoever this, I think this might have chose power two and three because this is seem like it's gone from the last. I don't know why I get the same feeling like somebody chose two. I don't know. I would have chose. Sometimes I'll be choosing three. I choose all three. If I feel like I need a message, I choose all three. But that's me on YouTube. That's another story as well. But it says the challenge for all souls having a human experience is to be in the world but not of it. What did I just say? The last card said it ended with to be in this world but not of it. And the first thing this card said is to be in this world but not of it. And these are two totally different cards. To realize they are souls having a human experience and to be fully conscious of it. To have their soul fully embody their body. To have their soul fully embody their body. I said that right. People's personalities tend to relate to either transcendence or immanence. Those who lean toward transcendence have a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. To me, they yearn for personal experience with God and to be lost in the heavens. They are envious of the angels and are more comfortable praying and hanging out in the stars than on earth. Like I said, I would have chose power two and three. And I said this part seemed like it's continuing from power two. So my intuition be on point or whatever I be doing and be those who tend toward imminence have attached themselves more to earth and their body. They spend more time thinking about things in the physical world rather than connecting with the heavens or their own mystical inner worlds. Being a fully embodied soul having a human experience means finding the balance between transcendence and immanence, being in the world but not of it. So it's feel like it's two types of people who chose power. Three. Somebody who Power 2 chose Power 3, and somebody from Power 3 only chose Power 3. And the person that chose only Power 3, you might be, I ain't gonna say that you in the world, I mean, you of the world, but you're more of an emulance person. So it ain't to judge you or to judge anybody because well, I woke up, I was like that. Most star seeds are drawn towards transcendence. They're more comfortable with the angels in the heavens of life, but on earth can be more difficult. Life on earth can be more difficult for them. Life can be difficult sometimes. If this is you, you're being reminded that you choose to be a soul in a body on earth. You're being called to focus more on So your energies in the physical world to learn how to be human. The soul in a human body fully presents to what life on earth has to offer you. So that was for those who stayed to the end of this video. I think I'm gonna start doing like doing these a little bit more often, doing these picker cards, because the messages be for me too. So be getting usually when I quote my cards on this for me, I don't really do it for nobody else, but I'm putting y'all guys on. Like I said, I'm letting people know, giving the people the inside scoop of how I do what I do, what helps me in my journey. These oracle cards help me. If I need a message, I just take a few deep breaths, shuffle these cards, and pull. Sometimes they pop out, grab my message. Or even when it comes to books, I mean, if any of those books that's on the shelf, if I were open up any random page, that message it'd be a message in it for me. So that's how I get my. That's how the ancestors communicate with me as well. Like I said, they do spirit do it in using a voice, they use thought, they use cards, they use books, they use TV shows, anything that'll catch my attention to communicate with me. They do it. Music is one of the best ways they communicate with me. So they communicate with y'all too. Y'all probably just don't notice it. Y'all probably haven't realized it. But a lot of people watching me, you on that frequency. It's not a lot of people that's watching me that's on a low vibration. And if you is on that low vibration, eventually you get you raise that. But we're not coming here to judge nobody. I do that when we was all lost before. Lost 28 years, so who am I to judge? So I'm a baby in like consciousness in reality. Like it's people that have been conscious their whole life. So they got a whole lot of information. So thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys. Peace. We out.